everyone. Thanks so much for joining me today. This is Roe Leather Certified Career Coach. Welcome back to my channel, your dedicated space for unraveling the intricacies of career advancement, fluctuating job markets, and exploring strategies for career success. Our topic today is how a federal resume is different from one for the private sector. Having this knowledge will help you to ensure you choose the right way to present your qualifications so that the recruiter/employer understands how to hire you. Let's discuss how they differ. Federal and private resumes, though both categorized as resumes, possess fundamental distinctions. A common mistake among many applicants is using the same resume for every job application, and whether targeting a federal government or position one in a private sector. This oversight can cause an applicant to miss federal job opportunities because one-size-fits-all resume does not present the candidate in its best light. Despite their strong candidacy, their resumes might fall short of effectively highlighting their qualifications, skills, or experience. Let's delve into the 4 key differences between federal and private resumes. First of all, let's look at the length. Federal resumes typically extend 3 to 5 pages, offering a comprehensive view of your skills, knowledge, and abilities. The longer length of federal resume is attributed to federal recruiters seeking insights into your qualifications. And this will become evident when we use the highly recommended Resume Builder feature in usajobs.gov, which we'll touch on a little bit later. In contrast, a private job resume are often condensed to 2 pages. Private job recruiters prefer concise information about your past work without the need for exhaustive details. In the private sector world, your resume entices the recruiter to bring you in for an interview to find out the details of your qualifications. But in the federal hiring process, an HR specialist may seek specifics like the size of your team, the nature of the work under your guidance, and how well your team succeeded under your direction. All right, so let's break down the differences and how they warrant the length for federal resume. Federal job resumes are distinct in their structure, incorporating small paragraphs that delve into different skills, providing detailed insights. And on the other hand, a private job resume commonly adopt a bullet point format for a more concise presentation. In federal resumes, a narrative discussion of major skills is achieved through paragraphs comprising of about 3 to 4 sentences, whereas for the private sector, brief bulleted highlights are the norm. The use of keywords. Federal resumes emphasize keywords more than private sector resumes. In bullet-style private sector resumes, keywords are integrated into bulleted statements. In the federal resume world, where recruiters handle a large volume of resumes, they prefer keywords to be strategically placed at the beginning of each paragraph to guide them towards key information. Accomplishments. The accomplishment section serves as a crucial element in bolstering your chance of job selection. This dedicated section allows you to showcase tangible achievements and milestones, providing a comprehensive view of your professional impact. And on the other hand, private sector resumes give an overview of the applicant's success, saving the details for the actual interview. So the lesson here is clear. Don't use a federal resume when applying for a job in the private sector. While creating a federal resume may take more time than the private sector, leveraging the Resume Builder in usajobs.gov can streamline your process. While the Resume Builder will guide you through the creation of your federal resume, it can be time-consuming. So I suggest setting aside at least 90 minutes to input your information. This is the best way to understand the depth of the information required in the federal hiring process. The initial screening is tough, and unless you meet the requirements, or rather your resume presents the required information about you, your application may not pass the first stage. Okay, now that we've covered the components of a federal resume, let's discuss the details what to include in each section. But before we continue, if you're finding value in my content, please drop a comment below and give it a like. This will let me know that I'm on track and allow me to continue to provide you with similar content. All right, moving on. Constructing your federal resume. Important information about the candidate. Besides your normal contact information, provide your citizenship status if you are a legal resident. And note that most positions require U.S. citizenship. Additionally, the following may help bolster your qualifications, or at least will get you noticed. Indicate veteran's preference if applicable. Having served on active duty will give you preference. Make sure you place the information to quickly convey your preferred status. This should fall under your contact information. Include clearance status if you have it. Some roles will require clearance, and noting this upfront will help you stand out. Your work experience. Include all relevant jobs with details such as employer, location, title, start and end date, average hours per week worked, contributions, and accomplishments. And as a note, the federal hiring process can only give value to experiences inside a start and end date. Also, you may see on some federal resumes the names of supervisors and salary information. This is considered optional in today's best practices. And if it's optional, I would suggest that you leave it off. When describing a role, present your contributions to show how you are an asset to former employers, to give the potential employer a glance of the promise you will bring should you be hired. Education. List the schools you attended and the degrees you obtained. Only include degrees from accredited schools or programs meeting OPM standards. Be sure to list them accurately. It's common to see degrees listed inaccurately as applicants input their information in haste. But if inaccurate information is listed, it could cause issues during the verification process. Now, here's some additional information to keep in mind. This may enhance your qualifications. Job-related training. If you have classes, seminars, certifications, or coursework related to the position, list only if relevant. It is not necessary to list items just to fill space. Strive for the 3 to 5 pages, and any more should be trimmed. Language skills. Specify languages and proficiency levels such as speaking, writing, reading, or conversational. Professional publications. If applicable, include the names of the outlets, publication names, and dates. Publications will add to your credibility as an expert in your field. References. List your references. This would be your professional and personal contacts who can speak to your character, work ethic, and dependability. Be sure to have their names, phone number, and email, and a little blurb as to the type of relationship you have, whether it's professional or personal. Affiliations. Professional associations such as clubs and organizations that you belong to, emphasizing leadership roles and relevant volunteer experiences. Information that can make your candidacy stand out include awards, leadership activities, public speaking engagement, and volunteer experience. Providing as much pertinent information as possible, especially in optional sections, increases your chances of securing a position that aligns with your skills and experiences. Now, I know we covered a lot of information and it can get confusing, enough that you may not know where to start, but don't worry. The easiest way to create a federal resume is to use the resume builder in usajobs.gov. The builder will walk you through each section to ensure all pertinent information is provided. Consider the idea of creating a comprehensive master resume within the builder, encompassing all of your relevant information. This master resume may extend beyond the length of 3 to 5 pages that you would submit, but it can serve as your master copy. The advantage of maintaining a master resume is the flexibility it offers. You can duplicate and modify content to generate more concise versions, aligning with the expected 3 to 5 pages for applications. This strategic approach allows you to tailor your resume to specific roles while retaining a comprehensive record of your professional background and accomplishments. And lastly, USA Jobs is open to the public, but federal jobs are limited to legal residents and U.S. citizens. Your best source for job openings and hiring process and eligibility is USA Jobs and OPM.gov. OPM is the U.S. Office of Personnel Management, serving as the Chief Human Resources Agency and Personnel Policy Manager for the federal government. I hope you found this episode helpful. Please drop a comment to let me know your thoughts, or if you would like to suggest a career topic for me to address. I'll see you in the next episode.